already know what time it is. Hey, let's go. What up, Doug? It's your anthem, homie. Let's do it. What up, Doug? 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 Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. This say go. What up, Doug? 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 Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's go. 7 points on the board. Touchdown. You can never ignore. Let's go. When we into the end zone, take a look at the score. Bryce Young out here throwing dots. O-line out here holding blocks. We too real, no Photoshop. Just a few things that Doug talk about. What up, Doug? When they see it in public, they showing them love. Uncle Quan, what's up? Panther Nation, it is time to go up. Really in the field capturing, acknowledging players who talented. Doug is bringing the analysis. The defensive beats when they tackle it. The front 7 rush got them panicking. The pressure's too much, they can't handle it. You coming to Bank of America Stadium, this is where it get challenging. You hear this song, it's time to tune in and turn it up. You gotta turn it up. If you listen and say it what time with me is, we all repeat and we scream. What up, Doug? 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 Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. This say go. What up, Doug? 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 Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's go. Shout out to my man, what's up, Doug? Make sure y'all tune in and tap into his journey and everything that he's doing. Carolina forever, Panther Nation. It's go time, let's go. What up, Doug? Bow, bow. What up, Doug? Bow, bow. Let go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Dougie and Uncle Quan here at 3 Up, 3 Down, man. Episode, what were we? 8? Episode 6. Episode 7?
Is it 7 or 6?
I don't know. We're going, hey. It don't matter, man. Like I said, me and Uncle Quan been consistent with this 3 Up and 3 Down, man. We enjoy this segment where we bring our initial reaction to the following or the previous week, give our takes, tell you who's been trending up, who's been trending down, and do a quick preview for the next upcoming week, man. But I'm glad to have my brother here because if you guys don't know, if you guys have not been here, my brother's about to be a dad this week, man. So for him to be here, for him to actually be able to talk about it before we play the Buffalo Bills, having a winning record, man, it's only up here in Carolina, and it's up for Uncle Quan and myself, man. So go ahead and tell the people what's up, Quan.
What's up, everybody? What you going zone, man? It's boy Q, aka Uncle Quan, man. Look, Panthers are 4-3, Chad. What in the world, man? 4-3. The Panthers got a winning record. Look, man, it feels good to finally have our team that we have been rooting for so long and been seeing struggle for so long, what feels like so long now, man. Finally get together, man. We got a 3-game winning streak, and we above 500, man. What a time to be a Panthers fan right now. And I think it's gonna be. I think this is really just the first step for us to getting better and actually submitting ourselves as an actual NFL team, man. So hey, shout out to them Panthers, man.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And like Quan always loved to say, man, y'all go ahead and hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Again, we are close to 2K. We're also about to give our Thanksgiving giving back to our subscribers, and we're also going to be giving away a members only 2K giveaway as well, man. So we do this not just for the enjoyment, we do it for the engagement of you guys supporting Uncle Quan and myself, man. Holidays are coming around. I know how the world is going. Not gonna go too deep into that, but again, you guys support, you guys comment, you guys give super chats, give memberships. We appreciate all the love and support, man. But you guys ain't here for all that preliminaries. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and pull up, man, our recap. Week 7, the New York Jets. Like I told Quan, and I messed up last week, but we're not gonna mess up. Let's go ahead and cue the music, man. 13-3 against the New York Jets. My initial thought, Quan, it was we should have played better. We should have played better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Defense will have it. We're gonna get into it. First road victory of the season, and it's just a different feeling in Carolina. For me, it's more of I didn't expect us to only score 13 points. I did not. If we're talking, did a pregame an hour before, I've been like, Kwame gonna score 27, 30 points. The New York Jets are not really that good. They're scrambling to find that first win. But now, the night of the game, going into Victory Monday, it was a lot of question marks. Even in this win, regardless of the defensive side, doing great. A lot of people are gonna blame Bryce, as we already know how our fans are. But I'm looking at it as a coaching standpoint too, where we're gonna go more in depth of the reason why I feel like our offense just couldn't click on all cylinders from the jump. But what initial did you want to talk about? And let's go ahead and go into defensive habit.
Hey man, really, it was definitely an underwhelming win. I'll say that. I was definitely a little bored throughout the game, but it was more so defensive. Like you said, man, it's not all about Bryce. It's not. I mean, I get it. Everybody want to point at Bryce. Everybody like, hey, how did Bryce do? Did we win this game because of Bryce? Did we lose this game because of Bryce? This game really was about the defense. I mean, Bryce was serviceable. He did what he was supposed to do. He scored a touchdown for us, man. You know what I'm saying? We had our running game that we can lean on once again. And Bryce was serviceable. He did his job. Did he miss a lot of throws that he could have made? Yes, every quarterback does. But it's not all about Bryce, man. This was a team win today. This was definitely a defensive win. And we're going to get more into it, man. Y'all pull up.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Defensive havoc, 6 sacks, 9 quarterback hits, 2 interceptions. One thing Uncle Quan and myself do now, we are more engaged, like play after play. He may be before me, I might be before him, but like when it's a commercial or a change possession, we'll say, hey, what do you think about this drive? Mm-hmm. But if you go back to last week, I shouted out the Denver Broncos defense. They had 8 sacks against this Jets offense. I said, not having the same exact playmakers that they have here in Carolina, if you give me 4, I'm good. They gave us 6. And Prince William Yellen got 1. Nick Scorton got, I think I want to say a sack and a half. But shout out to DB, man. DB has been saying that he wants to get after the quarterback more. He wants to be that pass rusher. We know he can stop the run. Having 2 sacks, I think he had like 3 quarterback hits, and we already know he had tackles for loss. That front, and I hate saying because we play a 3-4, but I'll say that front 7, I'm enjoying to seeing the growth of these men because again, now we're seeing a Ejirl Robinson actually have his best year in Carolina, even though it's a small sample size because he's only been here for 2 years with a healthy DB beside him. You did have Tershawn Wharton come back. Bobby Brown had a great game against the Dallas Cowboys. Didn't really hear him a lot this week, but when I look at it, it was a group effort. And then you talk about those quarterback kids. I ain't gonna say we made Justin Fields tap out, but I think the head coach is tired of the performance. The performance that he had, and then they put Tyrod Taylor in. So for me, this deep, hey, I've been on the road. Like I said, Quan don't understand. Hey, I made a comment and Quan sent me an audio. He was like, bro, Doug, you got me rolling over here. Bro, I was really gonna crash out if I did a live reaction. But I'm so glad that we won. But it's hats off to this defensive front, but also to Ejirl Evero, because Quan made a point that, hey, now he's able to blitz. Now he's actually doing timely blitzes. That's one thing we wanted to say Evero needed to do last year was he needed to to create havoc and create blitzes when it comes to not just keeping a quarterback on their line or on their spot. So for me, that defensive havoc is an A plus 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 plus. I don't know how many pluses you put behind it, because holding them to only 3 points and the defense not giving up another 100 yards, man. Like I said, I can keep going on and on about this defense and what Ejirl Evero has been able to do, just from having a historical, one of the worst defenses, to now having a top 15 defense already in mid-season form. Go ahead, Quan.
I think they had 6, Doug. They
had 6 sacks. Yep.
No, 6 points. The Jets had 6 points. They
Oh,
had 2 field goals.
Look,
Yes, I'm
now,
good,
now,
though,
now,
but-
y'all see me put 3, so that's on me. This is totally on me. Yeah,
Oh,
I
good.
literally put 13 to 3. So I know
Oh, good,
exactly what
yeah.
you're talking about. Go ahead,
Still
man.
the same thing, still belt. You know what I mean? The defense still did their job. You know what I mean? So shout out to that defense. Like Doug said, man, put as many pluses as you want on that defense. Derrick Brown is the truth. And Chad, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't know what I was smoking. I don't know what I was on when I had this take earlier in the offseason. I was like, yeah, I'll trade Derrick Brown for Michael Parsons. Hell no. I don't know what I was on. So I'll take all the heat for that one, man. That was on me. I don't know what I was smoking. But Derrick Brown is the truth, man. He's literally unstoppable. I mean, a force. I mean, a man amongst little boys, man. I mean, he just, time after time, every single game, you see this man completely take over the line of scrimmage. And not only does he take over, but everybody around him rallies around Derrick Brown. You heard it after the game. If you saw that locker room speech by Dave Canales, when he mentioned Derrick Brown's name, the whole locker room got lit. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show you the type of leadership he has, on top of the performances that he brings to the field every Sunday. He's very consistent. He is a dominant force. Not only is he a dominant force, but you also got your highest paid corner in the cornerback room. For us, he balled out.
sir.
You know what I mean? We're going to get into that, so I'm going to save that one for that segment. But shout out to Jaycee Horn, man. I mean, the defense was really clicking on all cylinders. Mike Jack got his lick back today, man. Trey Moe was on one today. I mean, everybody on that defense played lights out today, man. And it was evident on the field. That's why they only were able to get 6 points. They had Justin Fields get benched. I mean, the announcers was literally calling for his bench. And it was like, yeah, I don't know why you would play him at this point. Go ahead and sit him down. It's just not working. The crowd was booing him. You know what I mean? It was just bad, man. So the fact that our defense could do the job, get him benched, and still hold Tyrod Taylor to no touchdowns, man, they did a hell of a job.
Yeah, man, like I said, and I did an audible because now I got the score right, Quan. So I had to
Yes,
to
sir.
map up
Alert,
over there. So like I
alert.
said, hey, so for me, man, like I said, man, Evero, and if you guys are rocking with Uncle Quan and myself, I've said it at Quan's channel at the Panthers Experience, and over here, What's Up, Doug? Even on 3 Up and 3 Down, if we can get a top 15 between 18, this team can possibly make some noise. And I'm going to stamp on whatever we make takes over here, because everybody wants credit. Everybody to say, oh, I said this, I said that. And I'm going to throw my shots whenever it comes to 3 Up. So go ahead. Like I said, I know Doug be wrong about certain things, but I definitely going to throw some shots when it comes to an honorable mention. But I think we all wanted Ejirl Evero to flourish in the way the defense played last year. The way this defense is playing right now, this man will be a head coach next year. I honestly do believe that he can possibly be the candidates or be a finalist to be a head coach, because what he was able to do in Denver, and now everybody sees the pieces. Shout out to Dan Morgan even saying, hey, I didn't do a good job of helping Evero set this defensive scheme up. And again, we've had injuries every single week with somebody on the defensive side, and they step up. But I know week 8, when we get to that preview, this is going to be the week, because I'm gonna save it because, like I said, I've been kind of tripping and tripping here lately. But I'm gonna save that take when we get to the Buffalo Bills. But let's go to number 2, man. First road victory this season wasn't the prettiest win, and we faced a lot of adversity. And what I mean by adversity is, like, I just look at it as, I literally thought we would score 27 points. From the play calling, questionable play calling, to rotating running backs, to Bryce maybe could have put the ball in a better placement. Wide receivers not going through contact. On the offensive side of the ball, I feel like we faced a lot of adversity. And that's all this whole season has been, a roller coaster of adversity on the offensive side of the ball. Going against that run defense of the New York Jets was a good test because we did go over 100 yards. But at the same time, I feel like, again, when I opened up my initial take, I literally thought we would score more than 13 points. I feel like it was a sluggish game. It was a sloppy game. I know a couple people are saying it was a trap game for the Carolina Panthers. I don't think it was a trap game, but I really feel like we could have did a better job. But one thing that I do know, these players talked about throughout the whole week, they wanted to get that first road victory because that was the monkey on their back that they knew they could not, go into New York with a struggling team and lose to them. You're going on a 3-game win streak. You bring a 3-0 home record, 3 win game win streak, and the fans are behind you. That's what we needed because, again, let's just say we did lose this game. It would have been like, we drunk the Kool-Aid again. I think a lot of people are starting to feel the picture and just put the whole bag of sugar in it. Because, again, it's a good time to be alive right now to be a Panther fan. Quan was joking about it, but, again, it's a serious statement. Carolina above 500, the way that we started the season out, I didn't think that. And that's not me not being a fan. That's me being real. Losing to Jacksonville the way we did, then you lose to Arizona. Yes, we could have let this one crumble when Andy Dalton came in. It wasn't looking pretty at all because the play call was terrible. But again, we found a way to win, and the defense let us. So for me, I feel like getting this first road victory, hopefully we get more. Going in, I think, is it week 9 to Green Bay? That's a difficult task. Let's go 1-0. But I think right now getting that first road victory as a team was a great start, man. Go ahead, Quan.
I couldn't agree more, man. Ironically, one of my takes this offseason was I think the offense was going to be the strength of this team, and I thought the defense was going to struggle. It's the complete opposite. You know what I mean? So, like Doug mentioned earlier, man, you're going to have some takes where you might try to predict something and you get it wrong. That's literally what this sports stuff is all about, man. We come on here, we share our opinions, we predict. We don't get them all right, you know what I mean? We ain't out here, we ain't no psychics, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, and that goes for everybody that follows sports or whatever, man. But ironically, man, this defense is our strength of this team. Our run game as well, man. But the defense carried us to victory today. The defense carried us to victory against the Atlanta Falcons. The defense carried us to victory against I don't want to say Dallas. I ain't going to say Dallas.
I put down the offense. I put that one on the offense.
Yeah, but overall, man, the defense has definitely been stepping up, and they definitely looking around that middle of the pack, maybe even top 15, somewhere around there right now, man. And like Doug been saying all along, that's what we need to kind of help this team move forward. And obviously, as a result, we are above 500. And Evero, man, shout out to Evero, calling those blitzes, man. Like Doug just told y'all, we was behind the scenes talking about it. Evero was being aggressive this game. This is something that we definitely needed to see. And they executed. And that was something I felt like was an issue for a while now. We didn't really have the personnel to blitz. We didn't have the pass rushers to be able to generate pressure. So as a defensive coordinator, it's kind of hard to put those pieces together and call certain plays when you don't really have a lot of strengths on your defense. And right now what we're seeing is Evero is starting to get those pieces. He got a hell of a front that he can work with. He got a hell of a safety that he can send in the box, in and out of the box. And with those pieces, we're finally starting to see those results starting to come into fruition, man. So shout out to Evero for, adapting to this defense and getting this defense rallied up. And overall, man, shout out to that defense. Shout out to the defense, man.
Yes, sir, man. I think what we got for number 3, a different feeling. And I've seen it at home in the Atlanta game. And I wish we went to the Miami game because they said you went to the Atlanta game. It was hype for the Miami game. Then you had Dallas. Like I said, a 3-game win streak above 500 before week 8. A lot of people, and I think a lot of people got receipts on Twitter from like NFL.com or ESPN beat writers saying, hey, Carolina will only win 4 games. There's no way Carolina would. I will say this right now. If we don't win another game this season, somebody's job might be on the line. There's no way. There's no way right now. And again, the way that this team is playing and you just see the growth before our eyes, I think Jaycee Horn best said it. You better jump on the train before the train takes off. We're tired. We're tired of being that team that people talk about. Feel like it's an easy win. DB's been talking about it since Jacksonville. This is a player-led team. Yes, we got coaches, but we want to be the reason why players come here, or the reason why they say it's different feeling in Carolina. Shout out to Pat McAfee. He even said it's a different feel. Talk about the offensive line this past week. The national news is starting to get it, and I can't think of the guy that does the angry runs on Good Morning Football, but he's been saying it too. Like, I think people are starting to see that it's a different type of Carolina team here in 2025. Yes, we started out slow, but I think we're finding our groove. But again, I think I'm gonna pump the brakes on that because again, we got something coming up here in week 8, man. But for me, like I said, I honestly do think it's a different feeling here in Carolina. Quan, go ahead, man.
Hey, I agree, man. First time in a long time we are above 500, man. It's definitely gonna give us that momentum moving into a big game, man. It's gonna be a real big test for us going against the Buffalo Bills. We're gonna get into that more later on the show, but it's gonna be a big test for us, man. But you needed this win. You needed to win these last 3. I mean, you can't build it. You can't script it up any better than winning 3 in a row going into Buffalo, and you're undefeated at home. Protect the bank once again. I mean, we set up nicely to take on the Buffalo Bills, man. But we're gonna get into that more. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button while y'all here, man.
Yes, sir, man. I'm over here, doing behind production edits real quick. So for me, I feel like again, I do wish I was in Charlotte next weekend. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that Buffalo game is gonna be wild.
It's gonna be a fun one, man. Definitely
it's gonna be wild. But like I said, we're gonna take it game by game right now. Above 500, man. That's our 3 keys. Because again, it was an ugly win. I think Quan made a post on Instagram. He was like, it was an ugly win, but a win is a win. 3-game win streak. Again, sometimes you're gonna have those ugly wins where you sleep on your opponent. I don't want to say that because that just gives you the mindset that this team was not mentally prepared. Because again, there was a lot of points, a lot of execution, and on both coaching and players' part that we could have did a better job. So I'm just gonna chalk it up as a win. Victory Monday. I'm glad for it. Wednesday get here. One thing I will say before we go to 3 up, I need Bryce Young to be practicing. Because if Andy Dalton comes out there, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good, man. It's not gonna be good. So we're gonna let Quan start us off with 3 up, man. Quan, go ahead and start us off with who you want to talk about, brother, man. We got Jaycee Horn, the defensive front, and Trevor Etienne for our candidates this week, man.
Hey, shout out to 8-Ball, man. Big shout out to Jaycee Horn, man. Best in the league. I don't care what nobody's talking about. He is the best corner in the league. I mean, argue with your mama. The man was targeted twice and came up with an interception twice. I mean, and the announcers talked about it in the game. They said, you know what? We don't really mention a lot of Jaycee Horn because he's just over there strapping people up. I mean, you don't really test him. And what happens when you test him? You pay for it. You pay the price. So Jaycee Horn, man, I mean, his technique is always flawless, man. And my whole issue with Jaycee Horn for the last couple of years was just his health. And I'm glad he's healthy, man. I'm glad he's on the field because this defense, again, they rally around him and Derrick Brown. They are literally the heartbeat of this defense. And seeing Jaycee Horn get fired up and actually making plays out there, man, it's a good feeling. We have an elite corner in Carolina. I mean, he's just going to continue to make plays, man. This is not somebody I would try or test. So I'm looking forward to seeing this man continue his level of play, especially going against big-time receivers. Man always stepping guys up, man. So, yeah, shout out to Jaycee Horn. He is our first 3 up for this week. And then we got Big DB coming up next, man.
Nah. I gotta talk about my dog. People
Oh
will
yeah, facts,
say
facts,
it.
facts, facts, facts.
People be like, "Oh, Dougie, Jaycee, wash all this and that." Y'all know if I was already at the studio, he'll be right there, and I would have turned the camera to put it on Jaycee. Man, I've been harking, telling, and I know Quan. Like, one thing that I love about Quan, y'all don't understand. Whenever he's wrong, or he'll say, "I never thought it that way,"
Oh yeah.
he will admit it. And one thing he said was like, "Doug, I don't know about Jaycee." I said, "Quan, trust me. That's my dog. I've been wrong, but I think Jaycee is gonna be that dog. He got that contract, and he's stamping his stamp on the league that I'm the best corner in the league." I understand a lot of people are saying Patrick Surtain, respect to the defensive player of the year. Yes, Patrick Surtain should have got it. But when I look at it, Jaycee knows he didn't have the same type of defense that Patrick Surtain has had. But look at it now, where we do have certain players here that can actually help him. And again, like Quan said, you threw to him twice. It was 0 for 2, 2 interceptions. And the one that he caught one-handed, I thought he was beat.
Crazy.
In the end zone, I thought he was beat. And then Quan had a play before me, and he was like, "Doug, your boy just did it again." And I'm like, "Oh, shoot, I didn't know what he meant." And then the way that he turned into the wide receiver instead of the DB and picked the second one off, I'm like, hey, hands
Crazy
down,
technique,
like,
man.
hands down, like I said, Jaycee Horn has been that shutdown corner that we have not had in a long time. And I will say this right now, I know it is early, but I think right now, if I look at some of the corners that we had, Chris Gamble, Josh Norman, Peanut Tillman, who else might have been? Wickery. I know I'm saying names that people like, Doug, you said that name. Hands down, I think Jaycee Horn can be the best corner that we've had in Carolina. No disrespect to Captain Motherland. I know me and Quan saw him week 3 in the tunnel, but I think Jaycee Horn can be one of the all-time great corners, or the great corner that's put that black and blue on. So,
Absolutely.
And I'm definitely thinking he should be one of the candidates for defensive player of the NFC this week too, with tackles and 2 interceptions as well. I don't know what defensive lineman may have did, but having 2 picks, I think he definitely should be a candidate up there, and critical, he should definitely win. Yeah. Number 2, Quan said DB. We already talked about DB, but I'm not just gonna put spotlight on one of our defensive captains. I'm put the whole defensive front. Again, we talked about it in the defensive havoc. 6 sacks, 9 quarterback pressures. Going against this offense, you had to get Justin Fields off his spot. Even when Tyrod Taylor came in, you saw we got him off his spot. Yes, he did do some elusive things, but this defensive front was causing chaos and havoc all game long.
All game.
And again, this goes back to, I think, the Miami game, because we didn't get a sack against Dallas. So it's the Miami game where DB got a sack, and he went to Dave Canales and told him, "I want to be in pass rush. I just don't want to be in run defense. I want to be in pass rush as well, or pass defense." And one thing before he got hurt last year, DB even said he wants to have at least, I think he said like an 8 sack season. This man's already got 3.5 on a great pace to get 5 more. And I definitely think it's capable with the defensive front that we have. This is only going to help Prince Yellen and Nick Scorton get better with the defensive pieces that we have. With Turk Wharton getting back to the norm of being rotational, a Bobby Brown III, B3 getting back. You still got a DJ Wanham as well. So for me, I love this defensive front. We have been harking on them, providing pressure. Again, we didn't get 1 sack against the Dallas Cowboys. Having the expectation that you're having players-only meetings and you want to figure out how we can do better with getting pressure on the quarterback, doing so and being able to get 6 sacks is a great start. But again, like I said, I look at the teams that we played and we're leading up to that week 8 preview. You got to do it. Again, it just can't be a one hitter quitter.
One hit, one.
But this has to be continuous. It can be 3 sacks. I'll take that. I'm not expecting 6 sacks every single game, but at least you got to get something in that column of a sack. So for me, Hats off to our second 3-up-and-3-down, which is Derrick Brown and that defensive front. Go ahead, Quan, if you want to talk more about it. We can go to Trevor Etienne, brother.
Yeah, coming into the game, we only had 5 sacks on the year. And in this game alone, we got a whole 6. You know what I mean? I gotta applaud the adjustments that was made from the coaching, the game planning that was made by the coaching, man. They came into this game with a hell of a game plan. They knew the Jets were struggling offensively, especially the offensive line, and they came in with exotic blitz packages, and this is how you take advantage. This is called situational awareness, man, and that was something Evero did a really good job with this defense, man. I mean, he had this defensive line firing on all cylinders, and as a result, he got 6 sacks. You had Justin Fields literally, like, he was uncomfortable. He couldn't even scramble. He couldn't do the usual Superman stuff that he liked to do, man. He couldn't do none of that. He was literally under duress the entire game. And then even when his backup came in, he was also under duress. He got a couple throws off, but not enough to get any points on the board, man. So shout out to that defensive line, man. I mean, shout out to Evero for making those adjustments. Knowing that we coming into this game with only 5 sacks, he's like, all right, let's go ahead and dial up some pressure. Let's stop being a little conservative, and let's actually put our dogs in that defensive line and actually let them go after the quarterback, man. And they did a hell of a job, man.
Yes, sir, man. And like I said, our third one, Quan and I both have an honorable mention, but I feel like Trevor Etienne definitely needs a round of applause because he got his job kind of taken. He was kind of shaking in the beginning of the season. If it weren't for field position for 2 of those kickoff returns, well, I think one was a punt and one was a kickoff, we may be, looking at something different. So for me, I ain't going to be long. Again, I love our rookies making impacts on each game because that's the reason why they're brought in. You're not in college. You're coming in to play with the big boys. You got to make some type of impact. And one of the pictures, I love seeing Coach Bates, man. Shout out to Coach Bates. Just the enthusiasm that he brings, man, the enthusiasm that he brings to the sideline on defense and with special teams. He loves it, man. So, again, for me, short and sweet, man, Trevor Etienne, love that you're back on the up and up. Definitely love that you're on the 3 up for us on this side of week 7. I hope you return one because I thought that kickoff to start the second half, I was like, I think if he had one more person block the kicker, he possibly could have took it to the crib. So for me, man, like I said, I definitely think, you just keep building days, man. Keep building weeks and get that confidence back. And I think you will pull one off this season, man.
Yes, sir, man. Look, slightly off topic, man, but you mentioned Coach Bates. Man, he's got to be one of my favorite guys to see on the screen, man. Anytime somebody make a play, you always see him on the screen hyping his guys up, man. So if y'all ever wonder, like, what kind of coach is Coach Quan, man? That's me. I'm the one that's hyping everybody up. I'm the one everybody face, dapping everybody up. That's me, man. And I love seeing that energy from Coach Bates, man, because that energy is so contagious when it comes to this sport, man. But anyway, I digress, man. Shout out to Trevor, shout out to Trevor Etienne, man. He actually put us in good position to start our offenses this game, man. I mean, he did a hell of a job with special teams. He took care of the ball this game. He was finding open lanes. He did a hell of a job, man. I mean, I don't really got too much for Trevor Etienne, but he did a hell of a job taking advantage of earning his spot, man.
All right, so we got honorable mentions. You want to go first, Quan? Because I'm gonna be petty, so I'm about to set a mood. And I already know something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first, man. I'm gonna go first, man. Honorable mention though, before Doug get into that petty mess, man. Big shout out to Rico Dowdle, man. Rico Dowdle once again. I mean, coming off of back-to-back games of over 200 yards from scrimmage, he came back and did it again. At least it wasn't as prominent, but definitely over 100 yards again, man. And when you can get over 100 yards in this game, you're doing a hell of a job. I mean, shout out to Rico Dowdle. Anytime he touched the ball, he took advantage of his opportunity just like he did in the last 2 weeks. And I mean, it just, anytime he got the ball, the tempo was just always, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, hey, let's go. You had that Jets defense literally fearing the run. They had to stack up into the box. they literally had, it was one play where they stacked the box on a short down. Bryce Young took a little fake up, kind of reeled the defense in on the middle. He popped it out to Rico Dowdle to the outside. He got the first. I mean, that just goes to show you that threat that Rico Dowdle brings to the defense, to the offense, man. And I mean, once again, another week for Rico Dowdle taking advantage. Even when he had to split the reps, he still came in and did his job, man. Shout out to Rico Dowdle.
I said, when we do 3 up and 3 out, it's hard because we're looking at impacts. And I told Quan, for me,
yeah, man, yeah.
I just hate it because I know how the offense was ran and how the offense was behind Rico Dowdle. You just felt a different tempo. You felt a different. It was like, I don't know how to explain. You can just see the difference in the run scheme. You saw how he hit the hole harder, and I know I need to say a huge pause with that, but it's just like, for me, like Rico was just like, feed me, like, and I hate doing this because he wasn't there with Dallas, but it just reminds me when Zeke was at his prime saying, feed me, like, give him the ball, like, lean on him, like, basically let him be what we need to get this offense right. But it was some obstacles that happened in the offensive side of the ball that we'll talk about on 3 down. But let me go ahead and get my honorable mention. Let me first shout out a couple of people. Mr. PPP, come to the front. Mr. Terrence from FPFO, come to the front. And all you haters on Excel that gave up on Xavier Legette, man, y'all come to the front. Like I said, JJ, please, I pray, and I'm gonna text you too. Tell Terrence that Excel control the traffic. When you hear them horns, Terrence, I need to hear apologize. You want me to apologize and say, oh, Terrence, you're right about Excel? No. Again, there's a couple players in the league that are just like Excel. They don't really flourish until year 3. And with the type of wide receivers that we have, you look at the way that he played in South Carolina, you see that he developed and he really came into his own his senior year. Then he got pushed into that wide receiver 1. Yes, there we were critical of the drops, game-winning drives where he could have caught the ball. But when you really look at it, this man has been pushed and pressured into positions that he was not supposed to be. Yes, this is an ugly game for the offense. But when you had Jalen Coker, T-Mac, and Excel, who showed up? A couple of catches, like I told Quan. Last year, I don't think Excel would have caught him. And it was critical catches that we needed to continue a drive. So again, shout out to that. I think it was nine receptions, 92 yards in the tub. Hey, and like I said, if you want to come at me, come at me. Terrence, I will be in the chat when y'all go live. And I'm going to tell JJ to play the horns when Excel, y'all talk about them. But man, like I said, y'all already know y'all my guys, man. Like I said, I just had to throw my little jab here and there. But yeah, for my honorable mention, I think Ejirl Evero, having back-to-back games with a touchdown is a great thing. I'm waiting for him, Dollar Bill, to bring Dollar Bill out the stable. Hopefully he'll bring him out next week at the crib. But yes, our honorable mention are Rico Dowdle and Ejirl Evero, man. So
yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and
shout
go
out to Excel.
Yes, sir, man. Let's go ahead and go to them 3 downs.
Hold on, let me get it in on Excel, man. Let me get my little spiel off. Yeah, man, big shout out to Excel, man. Like Doug said, we had to be patient with him. I think he is starting to come into his own, and this was one thing I was talking about even over at the Panthers experience. We had to give him grace. Yeah, the rookie season. Yeah, I mean, rightfully so, man. People, came at him for the drops. I get it. You know what I'm saying? We got to perform. That's what you drafted in the first round for. But you have a player that's so young, that has so much potential. You just got to figure out how to use him. Figure out where does he fit best in this offense. We starting to slowly but surely see that, man. Averaging 10 yards a pop, nine receptions for 92 yards and a critical touchdown, man. I mean, I was looking for the dollar bill. I ain't gonna hold you. I was looking for the celebration. I didn't even got up and did it myself, but I was like, damn, you done left me hanging. But shout out to XL, man. He's starting to come into his own. I mean, critical catch. when it mattered the most. I think it was like either third or fourth down.
Yep.
When we needed the first down, he got a deep ball from Andy Dalton. I mean, he sealed the game, wrapped it up, put it on the bowl, and shipped it off, man. I mean, it was great game by Ejirl Evero, man. This is something that we needed to see to get the fans behind Ejirl Evero. And that's the thing, man. We got to stop giving up on young players so early in their career. Give them some time. Yeah, they're going to have their road bumps. They're going to have bad games. They're going to have times where they're messing up. Be patient. Be patient, man. So shout out to XL, man.
Yes, sir, man. So now let's go to 3 down. We got Dave Canales play calling, Austin Corbett, and Chuba Hubbard. I'm going to go with Austin Corbett. And let me count back up.
Yeah, man.
Did this what you came back for? Is this what you wanted? Like, did you really think, like, I'm not saying you're supposed to play like Damian Lewis. I really don't even think you should even got the starting center job. Again, I'm not taking jab at players, but performance is performance. Kate Mays looks way better than you, my guy. A lot of people on Twitter were like, oh, we got Austin Corbett coming back. He was naturally a left guard. Sometimes when players have injuries, they just don't play back up to par like they were before they were not injury prone or had 2 back-to-back injuries. At one point, I want to say, I think Chuba was in, and it was the opening drive. He was blocking Brady Christensen. He wasn't even blocking a jet. He literally, I think they tried to do a stunt double or a guard stunt or whatever, and they were supposed to switch. And this man literally is blocking his own offensive lineman. Then whenever they were running behind you, there was no push at all, man. And I didn't tell Quan this, and I did it on purpose. But this picture for Austin Corbett and Chuba Hubbard is the same as that picture. I just broke it down in 2 parts, and he's literally having his hand on Austin Corbett's back. You can see it kind of, sorta. But for me, I think Austin Corbett is a depth piece. He is not a starter anymore. I think right now he is guard number 3, if I'm not mistaken, because he should fall behind either Damian Lewis or Robert Hunt. Then you got Chandler Zavala that's hurt right now. Then you have Austin Corbett. But for me, Austin Corbett is number 2 for me. I already know Quan want to go more into Dave Canales and Chuba Hubbard, but for me, Austin Corbett did not have a good showing. I can't wait to the PFF grades. I'll be shocked if he was even in the green for a PFF grade, but I am praying Damian Lewis comes back next week. We gave him a week off, whatever little chest contusion or whatever he has. I think a week off will help, and then he's back in the starting lineup next week, man. So for me, our first 3 down is Austin Corbett.
Doug, I saw one good block by Austin Corbett. I think it was a double team. Not even trying to be funny. I saw one good block. Now, granted, I'm not really keeping my eyes too much on the trenches throughout the game. I'll peep at the trenches here and there, but I saw one good block. The rest of them, I was mostly seeing him lose his one-on-one. I was seeing him lose. I mean, granted, yeah, the Jets got a solid front, especially dealing with Quentin Williams. Quentin Williams is he's not Derrick Brown to me, but him and Derrick Brown are kind of in that same tier as far as defensive tackles. He was struggling. It looked like he was struggling, man. And it looked like it was just throwing off the tempo. I mean, you saw the picture. Doug pointed it out, man. Chuba Hubbard just trying to be patient, running behind him. It wasn't really any lanes being created from that guard spot from him, man. It was bad, man. It was just a bad performance overall. Corbett, like Doug pointed out, I believe he is like a good backup, a serviceable backup, man. And I think that's what's happening right now. Rob Hunt out, D-Lou out, Zavala out. So, we had to go to Corbett, so I get it. But yeah, man, once those guys get healthy, I would rather him just be that depth piece, man. But I am glad he's healthy. I'm glad he's healthy. He's back on the field, man. But like Doug said, performance is performance at the end of the day, man. What can you do for me on game day?
That's a fact, man. So it's up to you, Quan. We can either go Chuba Hubbard or we can go Dave's play calling.
I want Canales, man. Canales, continues to piss me off week in, week out. When I tell you this man pisses me off every single week, he lacks situational awareness, and it's the basic stuff with football. I mean, this is stuff that we as fans are looking from behind our screens like, why are we doing this? I don't understand that. Why are we not doing this? In this situation, it's simple situational awareness, simple football knowledge, and it just looked like time and time he's overthinking stuff. It's 3rd and 1. You got your back end. You got your back end that's able to generate yards after yards after yards. Coming from back-to-back 200-yard games. He runs powerful. It's 3rd and 1. If it's 4-down territory anyway, run it on 3rd down. See what you can set up for 4th. If maybe it is a 4th. No, we try to get cute. It's 3rd and 1. We're going to try to do a little play action pass or whatever. That was dumb. So now we set ourselves up for 4th and 1. And what do? We try to go to the run. Everybody in the stadium knew what was coming next. So they stacked the box, and what did? They stopped the run. That's just one example of many examples from Dave Canales that I'm seeing. And I granted, I can't be hypothetical. What's the word, man?
Hypothetical?
No. When I don't want to contradict myself when I say I'm giving young players grace. Dave Canales is only in his 2nd year as a head coach. I want to give him grace, but I'm seeing very simple stuff like this that is not really getting me to believe in Dave Canales as a coach. Now I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna let him, do his thing. I'm gonna let him go through his road bumps. I'm gonna let him mess up and go through trial and error. I get it. You're in year 2, but we're trying to win. We got the pieces now. We got plenty of pieces on this offense. So much talent on this offense. It shouldn't. I'm not understanding why we're not at least averaging 20 points a game. You know what I mean? I don't understand why we only left 13 points on the board today. We should have been at like 27, like Doug said. We could have had 27 a day. We could have had at least 23. But no, we calling weird plays at weird times, and it's just not working out. You literally were giving the Jets a lot of opportunities to win this game. I mean, luckily our defense was playing lights out, but you were giving the Jets a lot of opportunity. So Dave Canales, man, he's definitely on this three down list once again for his play calling, man. And it's just we gotta do better, man. I'm not liking what I'm saying from Dave Canales. It doesn't give me any confidence. It doesn't give me confidence that he knows how to use his talent. Now, there are plays that are pretty solid designs, but again, it's when you call these plays. When do you use them? When do you need to pull them out? I don't really see that good situational awareness from Dave Canales right now. I do believe he can turn it around, man, but right now I don't know. I'm not really behind it, man.
I would just say this. You should know your player's strengths. You shouldn't be calling the same exact plays for players that you're splitting time with and they have 2 different running styles. The predictable play calling, like Quan said, where I think it was like on a 40, it was close to the 50, so I want to say we're like the 45, and you did, I call it a bootleg. You basically had Bryce roll out and try to throw it, and then they read it, and then you go for 4th and 1 with Rico Dowdle, and they know you're going to try to run the ball because it was literally, I'll say it was less than 1 yard. They're going to stack the box. Then talking about the play style, Chuba Hubbard is not the same type of runner that you're calling these run plays for that you have for Rico Dowdle. That's another thing that I did not like. There was no chemistry with the offense. They're blocking one way and thinking that a running back can make the same moves that they're blocking just enough for. No, there was no consistency on the offense. I even heard one announcer say T-Mac's only been targeted 1 time. Yes, and I told Quan this. When it comes to T-Mac should not be the vocal point or be criticized because he didn't have a big game. He's a rookie still at the end of the day. That's where you had Ed Sales show up. Jalen Coker, I really can't say too much because he's just getting back into the fold. Then you look at Evan Mitchell, shout out to him. for definitely being serviceable in the catches that he did have. JT Sanders had a quiet day. So again, there was no consistency across the board for the offense to actually find chemistry or get the wheels rolling throughout the game. And that's on your play caller. And unfortunately, our head coach is our offensive play caller. You have an offensive coordinator, but the head coach is the one that's calling the plays. So you can't have a performance like this coming home, because we probably will get booed, even though we'll still be at 500. The way that the fans are rejuvenated, the way that the city is moving, how we're feeling, you have to do a better job. And the only thing I was thinking with giving him grace with this, Quan, we didn't want to show too much because we just got Jalen Coker back. That's the only thing that was stuck in the back of my mind. I was like, we were very, and I hate using this word, we were very vanilla with our play call because, again, the Buffalo Bills are on a bye. So the only thing they do have is just film. Only thing they got is film study. So that's another thing I was looking at, and that's another thing that I had in the back of my mind. But again, I do agree with you that Dave Canales has to be better with the play calls, because sometimes you just got us like, why did you call it at this particular time? It was something easy to get, run a screen, have a run here just to get 1 yard. Why are you giving the ball and putting it in Bryce's hand? Your strength is your run game. So for me, I definitely agree that our second 3 down is Dave Canales, play caller. All right, this is gonna be short and sweet for me, because I know a lot of people like, why did y'all put Chuba Hubbard up there? Chuba said that he was 110% ready to be back, and this is me thinking this. When I heard that, I'm 110% back, and I'm taking my job back. That's what I heard from my ears. I'm 110% back, and I'm ready to take my job back. Absolutely not. Because Quan showed me a stat, and I think Rico Dowdle had, it was either like 15 carries or 13 carries for 88 yards. You had 15 carries for 50 yards. There's no way that and I hate saying this because people are saying, oh, he's a vocal leader in the locker room. He has X, Y, and Z. I'm like, that's cool and dandy, but he can still be it's not even backup. It's like RB1, RB1A. Just like what Detroit does. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs split carries almost. But at vocal times, you lean on that bell cow. Rico Dowdle is a bell cow. Chuba Hubbard's not a bell cow. He is the type of running back that can get you those carries, but we see what happened. He took all those carries and got an injury. Yes, the only thing Rico Dowdle did, he did cramp up because he did it back-to-back weeks. And I heard somebody say today, oh, Rico Dowdle, no disrespect, but he did it against 2 bad defensive lines. Come on now. 200 yards, 200 plus is 200 plus. These are grown men just like you. Yes, I will say the Jets' run defense is a lot better than Miami and Dallas. But I think you saw Rico Dowdle was getting those wheels turned, and then we had to take him out because the series or the possession didn't go all the way through. And now it's time to put Chuba Hubbard in because you want to split between series. Again, this is no disrespect to Chuba Hubbard being a 3 down, but I think that RB1, that bell cow, belongs to Rico Dowdle right now. I really, truly believe that. And I think we will see the offense be better when we spill Chuba in, because Chuba can be that change of pace. He's not a home run hitter, but I'm saying he could definitely turn some burners on and be that different, not that ground. Somebody said it earlier. Smash and dash. He can definitely be your dash, and I think Rico is your smash. Go ahead, Quan.
Yeah, I mean, this is not really taking too much away from Chuba Hubbard, man. The reason he's on this down list is because it's further proving our point, man. We talked about it on the show before, I believe. Chuba Hubbard is a very serviceable, very good number 2 back. We've seen it with CMC a little bit. We've seen it with Deontay Foreman. He is a very good number 2 back, man. And that's what we saw today. Doug said, he just told y'all he came. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take my job back or whatever. Not really, man. I mean, you didn't really outperform Rico Dowdle, man, but he had a solid game. I'll say that he had a solid game. He made some solid plays, especially in critical moments. He had a big catch for a big gain. He was serviceable, man. But here's where my issue was. Instead of splitting the carries, they split it by series. Now this is on Dave Canales. I don't know why we went series, we go with Shuba, and then next series we go with Rico Dowdle. That's just killing momentum. And when we put Shuba in there, Shuba's a different type of runner. He's a patient runner. And that patient running sometimes just don't work. When you sitting there hesitating and trying to run, it don't work. Hit the hole, man. And that's what Rico Dowdle does so well. That's why he tires out defense. If it's there or not, we still trying to create this gap through this hole. Damn, pause. We still gonna hit this hole. Yo, football terminology got to be some of the craziest things, man. It's just for Shuba, man. It's such a change of pace, and I get it, man. It's just his style, but we got to figure out how to better split these carries between these two backs. Going series by series is just a momentum killer. It don't really establish any type of rhythm. But I don't know, man. I mean, Shuba did get outperformed today, and that's okay, man. That's okay. It's not really taken away from the amount of carries that he's going to continue to get. I think he got 13. Let me see. He had 13 carries. Rico Dowdle had 16. They pretty much split it, you know what I'm saying? And they did pretty good for what they did, what they had, man. But Rico Dowdle was clearly the more dominant running back. He is clearly the number one running back. I would like to see him start out the games instead of Shuba Hubbard starting out the games, man. But yeah, Shuba Hubbard being on this down list is more so because you didn't really come off an injury and stamp your number one running back role. You didn't really do that this game, man. And I still believe in Shuba Hubbard. I love Shuba Hubbard. This is not taking away anything. I love the backfield.
Man. Yeah, I love the backfield. I'm not taking nothing against it.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about this in the offseason. We said we had 2,000-yard backs and we were going to be top 5 rushing attack. I still believe that. I firmly believe that we are going to still continue to be top 5 rushing. And we are on pace for that right now. I think we still number 5. So, yeah, man. Shuba Hubbard, man. Shuba Hubbard didn't really come in and take that number 1 spot, but he was serviceable. I mean, yeah, man. That's really all I got for Shuba Hubbard, man.
Yes, sir, man. So that's 3 up, 3 down. We'll recap real quick. Our 3 up were Jaycee Horn, defensive front, and Trevor Etienne. 3 down was Dave Canales play calling, Austin Corbett, and Shuba Hubbard. Let's go ahead and shout out our sponsors. Then we're going to go ahead and preview week 8. Shout out to SeatGeek. You guys already know this is our ticket sponsor here at What's Up Doug. For first-time users, use the code What's Up Doug. You get $20 off your first ticket purchase. Basketball season starts this week. NBA starts this week. You got college ball coming up, college basketball. Still, if you need NFL tickets throughout the season, SeatGeek is your number 1 place to find tickets from 1 to 10 for best, from worst to best. They do on a scale of 1 to 10. And again, for first-time users, use that code What's Up Doug and get $20 off your first ticket purchase. Number 2 is Underdog Fantasy. Win up to 5,000 times your money. Play 5, get 50 with the code for first-time users using What's Up Doug. Again, next week we will be getting back to displaying our tickets. With me being out of town, not able to actually get access to everything due to state restrictions. But again, for first-time users, if you want free bonus cash to play with, use the code What's Up Doug. Place 5 and get 50 bonus funds from Underdog Fantasy. So let's go ahead and get into the preview. And we have Carolina North in town. We know where that name comes from. You still got Brandon Bean being a GM there. You got Sean McDermott up there. Another player that's actually looking pretty decent is Shaq Thompson that's up there playing that linebacker position for the Bills. Just a couple of hits that I think are very critical to this team in week 8. You have a true playoff team comes to Carolina. Number 2, Josh Allen looking to get back on his MVP track. James Cook, and I think this is a key for me, James Cook versus Panthers run defense. Need another complete game from the Carolina Panthers on all 3 phases. And can this be a statement win for the Carolina Panthers if we come out on top on that Sunday. For me, Quan, I think this game you will see more understanding from Jalen Coker. I think Jalen Coker finally I think he got his feet underneath him. Even though we did target him a couple of times, I think they just need that chemistry. But number one, before I even talk about Jalen Coker, we need Bryce Young to play in order for us to win. If Bryce does not play, we don't win this game. And I mean that. Andy Dog cannot be the quarterback for us coming out the tunnel on week 8. I think Jalen Coker will have a better showing. I still think Etzel and T-Mac will both have a touchdown apiece. I think our rushing attack will have another 100 yards over. But Quan, I'm being serious, and I was telling your sister this, and I was telling my pops this. This game scares me because again, Buffalo's coming off a bye. And if the play calling is like what it was in New York in MetLife, I think the Bills score 40 points. And I am afraid saying that because, again, it's possible. But, like we both said, I still believe in Dave Canales because he called a great game against the number 1 offense with Dallas Cowboys. So it's almost like the players. The play calling is not consistent. It's questionable play calling, and it's up and down. But at the same time, I think this team is able to do it because of the defense. But if we cannot contain James Cook, it's going to be a long game. Because again, he is, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was like top 5, but he may be top 10 running back right now, rushing wise. But again, the pitcher on the left, Josh Allen's looking to bounce back. They've had 2 bad losses. They lost to Atlanta, and then they lost to New England at home. They're coming off a bye with a two-game losing streak. The chip is on their shoulder. But again, I don't think they're going to take us lightly because a lot of people like to say, oh, people coming to Carolina and take the Panthers lightly. That's the reason they may pull out a victory. Nobody's taking Carolina lightly anymore because they see that they're a legit team and they're trying to come out of the darkness and be a contender in the NFC. So for me, I think this game can be a true statement game if we come out with a win that you really got to take the Carolina Panthers serious going forward, man. What you got, Quan?
At home, man. Protect the bank. Protect the bank. This is going to be a real test, man. I do think the Panthers can pull this off. I'm going to say this right now. I do think we can pull this off. If the Falcons can beat them, we can beat them. You know what I mean? I have no respect for the Falcons. They're overrated. We beat them real bad. Y'all saw what happened. So that gives me all the more confidence going into this game. You off a 3-game win streak and you 3-0 at home. This is where all the talking like, oh, hey, y'all want to get on the train. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't sleep on us. This is where all that is supposed to be put on the field. You're going against an elite team. You're going against an elite quarterback. You're going against a really good running back in James Cook. This is where our defense is going to have a staple game. This is where our offense is really going to have to start to click too, because we can't play around with Josh Allen. If we sit here going punt, calling stupid plays, we're not going to win this game. It's simply put, we're not going to win this game if we going pass on 3rd and 1 and then run on 4th and 1. No, that's not going to work. You got to be decisive. You got to be prepared for this game, and you got to have a plan, and a plan on top of a plan. Plan A, plan B, all the way to Z. If something don't go right, you need to be able to adjust. That's something that I've been seeing has been very rocky with Dave Canales. This is the game where the Panthers are going to have to cement themselves as a legitimate football team in this league. If we beat the Bills and go 5-3, imagine going against the Green Bay Packers that next week, man. We got all the confidence in the world as fans, as players, as coaches, as an organization. This is a game that the Panthers have to win. I think they can pull it off, man. I do think they can pull it off, but we shall see how they prepare for this game, man.
I'm going to say this. I hope my brother, like I said, I know my goddaughter going to be probably born this week.
Yeah, she'll be there.
But I say this. If we beat the Bills, I'm glad I'll be in Texas because I know my fiance will put her foot up my ass. I'm gonna say the way I'm gonna turn up on next Sunday, I might
Nah,
do
for
some
real, for
outrageous.
real.
I might be shut down. How outrageous I'm gonna act
Worth it
on
though,
live.
worth it.
I'm gonna be
Worth
probably shut down.
Yeah.
But for me, like I said earlier about drinking the Kool-Aid, I made a new picture. I admit it because we're at the second half of the season right now, or second quarter of the season. So I made a new picture because we're above 500. Because I know people are gonna take and run with this. A competitive loss is okay, but I'm not satisfied with that. Because again, you want people to take you serious, like Quan said. Like, you can't beat a quality opponent. You can't be a playoff team. You can't do this. You can't do that. You do it against the Bills, you got the respect that you want. Because I still don't think the NFL respects the Carolina Panthers right now. Yeah, people say it, but you make a statement against the reigning MVP. You make a statement against, to me, one of the best GMs in the league, and Brandon Bean. I feel like I hated when Sean McDermott left Carolina because his defense was the staple of a 4-3 that we ran here in Carolina. So it's a lot. This game is a lot of emotion, from the front office to the players on the field to the fans. I really feel like we can do it, but I'm gonna wait to give a score prediction. So for me, man, this is another episode of 3 Up and 3 Down, man. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Like, again, I'm gonna put it up on my side. If you're not subscribed to What's Up, Doug, or the Panthers Experience, I don't know what you're doing. Again, I call us the young pups, man. One thing we always say here: go support every Panther content creator that does content, because we all have different perspectives, all different insight, and we do our shows different. But I stamp on Uncle Quan and myself because we see people send us messages. We're the young pups, man, but we definitely got creative ways that you guys don't even know we got stirred up, man. So if you guys are rocking with us, you are not subscribed, you're just watching, hit the like button, share it for us, and subscribe to both our channels, man. That's all that we ask. We don't ask for super chats or anything. If you send them, we're grateful. If you get a membership, we're grateful, because again, we're giving back to you guys. But 3 Up and 3 Down, it has been fun. We've been consistent with it, even with me being on the road. Quan already said, Doug, he gonna make a way that he gonna be here. We may have guests, and we do have a guest lineup coming for the rest of October going into November. So you better have that post notification bell on, because again, it's some heavy hitters starting next week. They're supposed to be in the house, and it's not gonna be pre-recorded. It's gonna be live, Panther Nation. So I definitely want you to be there, to hear them and to enjoy the interaction of the show, man. So for my final words, man, I'm glad my brother was up here. Again, he's about to hit a new milestone in life, man. Being a dad, y'all just understand just the conversations we have, the messages. I know it's a new journey, but I know Quan is definitely ready for it, man. But what you got, Quan? So we can go ahead and get the people out of here.
Hey, man. Keep pounding, man. 4-3, Panthers on top, man. I'm ready for anybody, man. Give me the Bills. I'm taking my boys every single time, man. I know a lot of people are nervous. Oh, yeah, rightfully so, man. I mean, this is a good team we're going up against, man. But I won't smoke with anybody at this point, man. Shout out to them Panthers for getting the job done. I hope Bryce is healthy, man. Prayers up to Bryce, man. Like Doug said, we're going to need him this game. But, I mean, you know what? Not even going to speak that. But overall, man, going into this game, I think the Panthers are going to be all right, man. This is a must-win. Well, I ain't going to say it's a must-win, but definitely a must-win for a staple if we want to put our stamp out there, man. But, yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that notification bell like Doug said, so y'all don't miss it, man. We got some heavy hitters coming up, man. Like Doug just told y'all, so make sure y'all don't miss it, man. Hit the notification bell. It helps our channel out a lot when y'all pull up through that notification bell, and it helps make sure that you guys aren't missing the content, man. I know a lot of people sometimes pull up like, dang, I missed the show, man. How can I watch it? Yada, yada, yada. hit the notification bell, man. It lets you know when we are live or when we drop a video, man. So we always appreciate the love and support y'all show, man. This has been truly surreal, man. Me and Doug, I remember me and Doug had like maybe 100 subscribers, 200, you know what I'm saying? We not really big numbers people, but it just goes to show how much love and support has come through on the channel, man, and how much energy we pour into this stuff. And it's all because of y'all, man. We really appreciate y'all for showing that love, and we can't wait to continue to grow our family, man, and continue to grow with the Carolina Panthers, man. So yeah, man, keep pounding. Make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all haven't already, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed to the channel, man.
Yes, sir, man. With that, so I'm just going to end it. Everybody stay prayed up. Everybody stay safe, please. And as always, man, keep pounding, man. We'll see you guys next week. Peace. Enjoy it.